conference showdown.
Okay.
So yeah,
So the Patriots, so Texans versus Broncos.
yeah. Unfortunately, the Patriots don't feature in that. So I do apologize in advance.
The AM Sideline Report, where you go to crew. Touchdowns and tackles, we give you the view. Huddle up, football fans, this show's for you. From the pregame hype to the final whistle, true.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the AM Sideline Report. I'm your co-host, Marcus. And with me, as always, Arnold. And welcome to episode 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, we reached a mini milestone. 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us. Maybe not for you, that for us is a little milestone. But yeah, let's kick this one off quickly before we get to some NFL news. Oh, not news, but we're going to be discussing NFL stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Because week 18 just finished.
I must interrupt, and I thought you were going to say we're going to try and keep this quick.
We're going to try to keep this quick, but it probably never is.
You know how it goes with us.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to run through week 18's games. Week 18 just finished. This weekend is the kickoff of the playoffs.
Yes.
Officially, we're in the postseason now, so we're going to run through the playoffs and do our predictions, our bias and unbiased predictions.
Mm-hmm.
We'd like to see in what it's most likely going to be happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we get into that exciting stuff happening this weekend,
Yeah.
so tell us.
Wait, what was it? No, I'm joking. So flag football in Jeffreys Bay is kicking off again this weekend. Practices starts the 11th, Sunday the 11th of January, 2026. I have to keep remembering to switch the 5 and the 6 now, because now we're in the new year. But
Happy New Year!
season's greetings and all that. So happy whatever. Yeah, all right.
I completely forgot.
Yeah. But so 2026 is the year the youth league starts in Jeffreys Bay for flag football.
Yeah.
Practices kick off again, and we should be looking to have the league up sometime in about Feb, I guess.
Yeah. Well, March.
Yeah, so ideally with the league kicking off sort of about mid-March. So by end of February we should have all the details sorted and set up and everything configured and ready to go. So
if you guys have any kids, adults watching, you have any kids who would like to join, or there's kids watching who would like to join, we're looking for kids under the age of 13, 15, and 17.
Yeah.
Please come join us at GLA High School at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll be at GLA High School.
We'll update on practices when and where.
At the moment, Sunday, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, Sunday, 2 p.m. Also, boys and girls are eligible to participate. And basically 10 and up, right? That's basically say.
10 to 17.
Or say 10 and up, because as well, if you are older than the sort of youth age group, pop in down. Why not adult league as well?
Yeah, that's
so. Yeah, we can look at that as well. It's a bit of fun as well. We've been throwing the ball around.
Yeah.
But arm is Bosby.
Yeah.
As Sheldon, so adults also welcome to participate. You want to try a different sport, have a bit of fun, that kind of thing.
Plus, we're looking for more coaches and referees as well. So that's also to you guys that want to play, any adults that don't want to play but would like to appreciate games or even coach your own team.
Yeah.
Come join us, man.
No experience needed. Training will be provided. It's not a huge thing. It's very quick and easy to get into. It's really basic.
Yeah. It seems technical, but it's not really.
Yeah. No experience needed. If you would like to potentially, or you see yourself coaching a team, or maybe wanting to participate in a lesser, I don't want to say lesser capacity, but maybe officiating kind of thing, rather than the ins and outs and commitments and things like that, then by all means,
come join us. Sundays, GLA, 2 p.m. see you there.
until further updated.
Yeah, until further updated. Yeah. But cool. Let's move on to the NFL.
Yes, postseason.
All right. Starting off Saturday night, 11 here by us. I will be up watching the game. Hopefully, if I don't fall asleep. Next game is 3 o'clock in the morning. I won't be waking. I was staying up.
Take an afternoon nap and kind of get in there. Yeah,
Bunch of rebels.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the Packers game.
Yeah. Game Sunday, 3 o'clock. Patriots game Monday, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We work full-time jobs, guys. Come on. We can't be watching 3 o'clock game on a Monday morning.
Yeah. At least the Sunday isn't too bad. I mean, you'd always wake up and,
Yeah, but the Sunday person getting
get a bit of a nap in afterwards and, carry on with the rest of the day.
afterwards and before practice.
That's also true.
Before you up 1 o'clock before work.
But yeah, so just quickly for folks out there that don't know what playoffs is, or the postseason. So during the regular season, there's 18 weeks, 17, there's 32 teams, each team plays 17 games.
Yeah.
The way the league is set up is there are essentially what we call conferences, 2 conferences. There's historical reasons why there's 2. It's the AFC and NFC. So American Football Conference, National Football Conference. Each conference has 16 teams at the moment, and those in each conference as well. Those 16 teams are broken down into groups of 4, so resulting in 4 divisions. During the regular season, the top team in each division is awarded a entry into the playoffs, and there's 7 playoff spots per conference.
Yeah.
So during the regular season there'll be inter-conference games, there'll be divisional games, that type of thing, and then postseason essentially work to get a playoff spot. You either need to finish the top of the top of your division, so that's the first 4 spots, and then the remaining 3 spots are awarded to the next 3 best teams in that conference. And then in postseason, the top 4 teams, the number 1 spot automatically gets a bye in the first round. So they don't have to play in the first round. And then, essentially it works, it's wildcard round first. So currently, number 2 will the second ranked spot will play the number 7th or the 7th ranked. Third will play 6th, and 4th will play 5th. The winner of those, it's a knockout, so elimination game essentially. 1 game determines everything.
Yeah.
And
it's not like baseball and basketball when they play 7 games.
Yeah. To determine who the better team is, it's 1 game takes all.
Yeah.
Winner takes all essentially of 1 game. So the winners of those games, when the losers are eliminated, the winners are then based on based on their ranking. So number 1 will play number 4, number 2 will play number 3.
Yeah.
That's the second round. The winners of those will go to the conference championships. So each conference has their conference championship, and then the winners of each conference go to the Super Bowl, and it's one game essentially to determine the best team across the conference.
Yeah.
So conference championship is best team in that conference. Like kind of in a way, it's to determine the best team in the conference, and then the Super Bowl is which of those 2 best teams is the better
Team in it.
team. Yeah.
Because last year was the Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles this year again in the playoffs. They didn't do too well compared to probably how well they actually did last season.
They did fairly well last season.
The season they 11-3
in the regular season. But I think last season I think they were about 13 or something like that. So it's not too bad by comparison. But looking at the brackets, so the winners of the let's say the rankings as they were as they were determined for the AFC were, because your team's effectively on the AFC, so you can cover the AFC side.
Yeah, my team's AFC. So number one seed, it ended up being the number one seed is the Denver Broncos. Number two, my team, New England Patriots. Number three, surprisingly, Jacksonville Jaguars. They did very well this season. Number four was the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number five was the Houston Texans. 6, Buffalo Bills. And 7 was Los Angeles Chargers, which also shocked the world as well.
Yeah.
Chargers did pretty well this season. They were kind of on and off. They 11-6. They still did better than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, okay, but and I think this is where there's a bit of contention. We had a discussion earlier, just for reference, on this particular topic. But you get some team like, for instance, the Panthers, which I'll cover now, make playoffs because they finished first in their division. But there were so many more teams
that did way better.
That did way better than them, but they were eliminated because they weren't in the remaining top 3. So the Panthers automatically got a entry into the or it would have been between them and the Bucs.
Yeah.
But both of them are on a losing record. And, it's like the Panthers finished, they only won 8 of the 17 games.
Yeah. They lost 9.
Yeah. So, and because they won, they effectively finished in the top 4.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, fair enough. They were at the bottom of the rankings.
Yeah.
But so the one of the advantages of the top 4, finishing in the top 4, other than finishing number 1, in which you get a bye week, is you get home ground advantage, and that carries through. So if you, let's say, you win or you beat in the wildcard round, so first round, you beat whatever team, the ranking is based on or who gets home ground advantage is based on whoever finished higher in the playoff ranks. So, somebody that finishes a team like let's say 4 and 5 play, right, and 5 beats number 4, then they go on to play, the winner of that will play the winner of, what would that be? That would be, they go on to play the Seahawks, right? The Seahawks have home ground advantage.
Yeah.
So, the higher up the ranking you finish, you have, you keep a home ground advantage. So it pays to finish higher. But in this case, the Panthers have home ground advantage, but they finished they finished lower than all the other teams on the that made the playoffs. Even the Packers, who are at number 7, kind of thing, so has more wins than what they did. But we have to travel, or that team has to travel now to around, which kind of is somewhat slightly unfair,
kind of sucks.
You're kind of cutting out a bunch of better teams, and then also, you're giving them advantages and things like that, which, that they deserve it.
No.
Yeah.
They did surprise us this season. True. Like beating the Rams.
Yeah.
That was a shocker. Wales, they don't deserve 4th spot.
Well, we'll see, because they play the Rams again. Play the Rams again. So retribution, maybe potentially. But so in the NFC for the playoffs, we have Seattle Seahawks at number 1. That will finish first in the conference, and so they automatically get a bye, and or for the first round anyway. And also home ground advantage. Number 2, or finishing at second seed, in the conference, Chicago Bears. 3rd was the Eagles. 4th was the Panthers. Again, as we just discussed, kind of seems a little,
fair.
Yeah. So then that covers the divisional grouping, so the top 4. Then in the sort of wild card slots, so positions 5, 6, and 7, we have the LA Rams, then the 49ers from San Francisco, and the Green Bay Packers at number 7.
Your team.
My team. Yeah, we made playoffs.
Yeah.
What a miracle.
Also, you got kicked out in the wild card round.
Yeah, well, we made playoffs last year. Or Packers made playoffs last year.
And so you got get out.
We got
Get out on the wild card.
yes, okay, but
Fingers crossed you don't this year.
that's okay. Well, we'll get to our things because I'm kind of half predicting that. I'm kind of half expecting that we do. I did say earlier as well, earlier in the season, or at least in the last like 2-3 weeks,
You guys
that we'll be very fortunate not to get eliminated in the first round.
Yeah.
If we do, we'll likely be eliminated in the second round. It's in a division round, so like we need to beat the Bears, which is who we're playing. So the matchups at the moment, right? So as I mentioned, the Seahawks is number one, so they have the bye. They're not playing in the wildcard round. But we've got number 7 playing number 2, which is the Packers playing Bears. It's at the Bears.
Yeah.
The 49ers playing at the Eagles, and then the LA Rams playing at the Panthers.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. We've got effectively a divisional game essentially because Packers and Bears are in the same division, and we have a bit of history with the Bears.
Big rivalry.
Yeah. Regular season, it's 1-1. We played 2 games, so they played each other twice.
Yeah.
It's each team has won 1. I will say the last time we played the Bears, when we lost, we didn't have the strength of team due to injuries and all that. Every team's been suffering from injuries, not an excuse, I know.
But the season's bad with injuries.
Yeah. It has been a terrible season for injury related.
Ravens has been suffering. You guys have been suffering.
Yeah.
We were one of the last teams to actually hit that injury.
Yeah.
First, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. But I mean, like Niners have also had
They definitely at the moment as well suffering with injuries.
Yeah, I think they're probably one of the bigger group that like going into playoff plans have all the teams with one of the bigger issues.
Yeah. I think we got basically all our players back. You guys also got almost.
Well, I think Booty's out, but
he's supposed to return this week.
Is it? Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we've still got wide receivers out. We've got what's his name? The edge rusher that we signed.
Michael Parsons.
Yeah. Sorry. I can see his number, I can see his jersey, but I can't get a name on the so Michael Parsons is obviously season-ending injury. So he's obviously been removed from the roster, so we won't get any further updates on that. So, but yeah, we still have quite a few injuries. We'll see how it goes. Also, I think part of the predictions would typically be based on the injury list going in and out. I don't know who's playing. I'm kind of essentially waiting for a confirmation of who is injured. Right, because at this point, it's like information is. There's a lot of it. Everyone's questionable, and it's kind of like, are they actually, are they actually going to play? Are they going to be playing at full capacity?
Yeah.
They might just run on the field and here, there kind of thing, make an appearance. Hey, you can hang up. Yeah. But yeah, so there are some questions on who's actually going to play in and in what what capacity essentially. It's questionable.
Yeah. Just like injury, let's see. But exactly.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's run. We can do let's do our bias predictions first.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Bias prediction.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You want to start or must I start?
Nah, go with the. We do it together. Let's do it together. AFC first. Yeah. AFC first, and then we'll hit NFC.
Okay. So then Buffalo Bulls versus Jacksonville Jaguars. Bias opinion. I want Jacksonville Jaguars to win. Josh Allen must leave. He married my wife.
Yeah, honestly, to be honest,
Yeah.
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care which.
You have to pick a team.
okay, if I have to pick a team, I prefer the Bulls to win.
You think, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, bias. Yeah.
Biased opinion, I'd prefer the Bulls to win.
Okay.
Well, I'd like for the Bulls to win.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get into whether they do or not, but yeah. But yeah, they're probably the team on the list or one of the teams that hasn't ever won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it got close.
And Jaguars.
Yeah, okay, true, Jaguars as well. I think Texans have,
Yeah. Bulls, Jaguars, Chargers, Texans, Panthers.
but there's a couple of them on there. For some reason, I just don't like Trevor Lawrence.
It's my cousin, Drew. Marcus Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, okay.
But we've got the same luscious locks.
No, he's got long. I don't know. His face irritates. Look, honestly, I don't know. I don't have a objective reason why. I just don't. For some reason, I don't like the Jaguars. Like yeah, okay. But so in that case, I prefer the Bulls to win. But it's just known personal.
Yeah. So then next game is Los Angeles Chargers versus New England Patriots. Bias opinion, New England Patriots. Obvious.
Yeah. Although, if I'm, I'm joking. I support you. I will support the Patriots for you.
Things are going to go flying. Sweet. Awesome. So that means the next round will be Broncos versus Bulls then. Okay, then the next game, Houston Texans versus Pittsburgh Steelers. I want Texans to win.
Definitely Texans. Yeah. Texans. There we go.
But then, cool, moving on to the divisional round. Denver Broncos versus Buffalo Bulls. Well, Buffalo Bulls for you.
Who are you taking? Broncos versus Bulls.
Yeah. Because your biased opinion, you win Bulls. I went to Jaguars.
Yeah, I'd honestly go with the with the Broncos.
Then Broncos. Okay.
Yeah.
Then my game would be Denver Broncos versus the Houston Texans.
Okay.
I would like the Texans to win.
Wait, why would yours be Broncos versus Texans?
Because I said Jaguars is going to win, and I said Patriots are going to win. Texans is the lowest team. It's
okay, yeah.
It's the highest versus the lowest.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
So it'll be Broncos versus Texans. I want Texans to win. Then the next game would be... Yeah, doing this together is actually quite confusing. The next game would be Patriots, or for you, it would be Patriots versus Texans. Then.
Yeah, so Patriots, Texans. Honestly, okay, and I'd like to support you, but I'm kind of rooting for you and for the Texans. Like, I'd like to see the Texans get there.
Yeah. They haven't won a Super Bowl yet.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Get their shot, kind of thing. But yeah, I'll tell you why is because I'm aiming for a specific AFC conference showdown.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so the Patriots, so Texans versus Broncos.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Patriots don't feature in that. So I do apologize in advance.
My next game would be the Jaguars versus the Patriots. And obviously I want the Patriots to win.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So my AFC Championship game would be the Texans versus the Patriots.
Yeah.
Which Patriots is it?
Of course.
Yours will be Broncos versus Texans.
Yeah.
And you want Texans to win.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Moving on to the NFC side. Okay, so now Texans is in the Super Bowl for you, biased opinion. Patriots in the Super Bowl for me, biased opinion from the AFC. Moving to NFC.
Okay, this is difficult. All right, so, okay, you're gonna have to do the matchup things because me and doing the number things, the cross stuff doesn't work. So
I got you.
I got you. All right, you. Nice, thank you, Lucy. All right, so let's start at the Packers Bears.
Packers Bears. I want Packers to win. Biased opinion, Packers to win.
Yeah, I also, I mean, obviously it's my team, so yeah,
Let's just keep everything else Packers in the Super Bowl.
I'd like them to win. Okay. All right. Let's carry on. Because I've got a...
So that makes divisional Seahawks versus Packers.
Yes, Seahawks versus Packers. All right. Niners at Eagles.
I would, biased opinion, I want Niners to win.
That's right.
Biased opinion, I want Niners to win.
All right. And then Rams, Panthers.
Biased opinion, Panthers.
Biased opinion, Rams.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about the Panthers just kind of irks me the wrong way. And maybe it's just how they got to those. Like,
I don't know why. I just like the Panthers for some reason.
yeah.
There's no specific reason. I don't know. There's just some of the Panthers.
No, to be fair, I mean, I think they did fairly well this season, given their what's happened.
There's been a lot of surprises.
Yeah,
Shocking wins.
exactly. Yeah, and I think they've done well. It's just for me, they haven't done enough.
Yeah,
and to give them a playoff spot, I don't know. Just I
you know, it's a bit.
yeah, I can't. It's that like little like. It just doesn't feel right.
So this one in 10 years.
Yeah.
The last time they were in the playoffs was 2016 and actually made Super Bowl.
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll see, but yeah, so it's okay. For me, biased opinion, I'd prefer the Rams to take it. They were the more deserving of the two teams, at least. And yeah, I mean, they're sitting at number 3, and technically they were they not 3. Sitting at first in the last 3.
Yeah.
So kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right that they're there, and I mean they have to travel to the Panthers to try and beat. Yeah, Panthers can take a dive. All right, which means we've got Seahawks versus Packers, right?
Yeah. Packers.
Yeah, just because I'd like.
Biased opinion.
Yeah, biased opinion. If it between those two teams, I'd take the Packers.
Okay.
Not for any reason. Nothing against the Seahawks. I do think they would have a interesting. I think it'll be an interesting game. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think the Packers would win. I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah,
I don't think the Packers are going to beat the Seahawks if it ends up in that situation.
Unbiased opinion, I think the Seahawks will beat.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the that's that. You've got like the next game in the divisional round would be
I have Panthers versus 49ers.
Yeah,
I would want 49ers to take that.
Okay, all right. So you get the Panthers up to get their hopes up to the divisional round, and then
have to tell that
them. Yeah. All right, I've got Rams and 49ers. Look, in that case, I don't have any strong opinion, if I'm being honest. So I'd probably go with the Niners, just to see them, just friendly.
For you, Dad.
That's also true. We've got a supporter of the Niners in our midst,
in our families.
Yeah. Right. So then that would be Packers versus
Niners for both of us.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. In the NFC Championship. I say Packers.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah. All right, cool. Packers.
You're going for your AFC. I'm going for our dream Super Bowl.
Nice. Okay,
this was Packers. But in the Super Bowl, and we're not there.
But we're not there to see.
I know. But yeah, my dream Super Bowl for this bias opinion gonna be Patriots versus Packers.
Okay, if anybody would like to sponsor us to get to the States to go see Super Bowl, if the Packers and Patriots play,
the cheapest ticket is only like 300,000 for one.
Yeah.
There's flights as more. Yeah, no accommodation. So please, first link in the description. I'll go I'll go fund link. No, we're only joking. But yeah, then your Super Bowl be Texans versus Packers.
Yeah.
And obviously Packers.
I'd like the Packers to win.
Yeah.
Again, I like if I'm being honest with myself, and the Packers wouldn't even be here, so it's not going to happen. But But if we're in that situation, then sure. I mean, I'm rooting for the Packers.
Flash forward February 8th.
Yeah.
This was the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
And I guess obviously if it was your scenario, Packers, Patriots, you taking the Patriots.
Obviously. Yeah.
But then,
I take Patriots, you take Packers, yeah. There's going to be blood on that day.
yeah.
Cool. That will now bias Super Bowl bracket. All right. Now moving to our unbiased.
Yeah, unbiased opinion and like honest opinion on who we think is going to actually take it, right?
You're going to take this serious now, okay? And see.
So listen properly. Yeah, listen properly.
Yeah. Okay. So Bulls versus Jaguars.
All right.
Who do you think is actually going to take?
Bulls versus Jaguars. In Jaguars,
I think Jaguars as well.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think Jaguars is going to shock Josh Allen. I think they're going to take it.
Yeah. So I mean, look, if we're looking at so I went to the stats for
you win all of these.
Having the every game except the Patriots game in division in wildcard. So I went stats for as I said, everything except Patriots and Packers. Packers Bears. So that's so those games, because that's more like me just winging it now. Right, but for Jags Bulls, right? So both Jags and Bulls roughly similar offensive stats, right? They're kind of more or less, in terms of things like yards, rushing yards, passing yards, that type of thing, points per game. They're both roughly in the same kind of ballpark. Defensively, I mean, look, there's numbers. I don't really care. I mean, if I'm being honest, no, look, the numbers. There's not much in this case that I think is going to make a difference in terms of, like from a defensive side. I honestly, like the numbers differ a little bit here and there, but honestly, they're kind of more or less I want to say the same in a sense. Bulls have struggled on occasion. Jaguars have struggled on occasion. I think the key difference here, right, in my mind, or the surprise factor here, is going to be that Josh Allen has a very deceptive sneak attack.
Yeah.
Mr. Kim,
You sneak attack.
yeah.
Missed that.
So, so the Bulls tend to play kind of mediocre football. First half kind of thing, right?
Until Allen comes Superman Allen, and
then all of a sudden, right? So out of like and it depends, because it doesn't always happen. So it depends, kind of, I guess, what gets said in the locker room at halftime, and depending on what, like, maybe there's a trigger word that's needs to be said, or to awaken the inner thing, the inner spirit. But Josh Allen becomes Batman after, like, at the second half, and it doesn't matter how far you are in the lead, kind of thing.
Ask the Patriots.
He'll make a plan.
21-0 lead.
And she came back and
35-32 something.
Yeah. So I think that's that's a bit of a swing vote towards the Bulls. I will say the thing though is the Jags. Okay, so a lot of teams tend to dominate at home. Home ground advantage. This is the Jags game at home, right?
Duval.
Yeah, so it's Jags are 7-2 at home. The other thing though is the Bulls are 5-3 on the road. So they have won more games obviously on the road, but it's a bit more balanced. I will say though that going into the postseason, the Jags have been a lot more stable. I mean, like, for example, maybe stable is the wrong word. Consistent, yes, is what I'm looking for. So the Jags have been more consistent. They are currently coming off an 8-win streak. Yeah, I didn't realize. The Bulls only it's basically a 1-win streak. So Bulls have been a lot more up and down, and exactly. So it's kind of, I do want to say, looking at, let's call it consistency for lack of a better term, because we don't know if Allen's Batman comes out, or the spirit awakens, kind of thing, or if it remains slumbering until the end of the game, and whoopsies. So I'm more inclined to back the Jags in this case.
Okay. Yeah, I'm technically also going Jags. Yeah.
Okay.
So not so in depth, but yes.
Okay. Long-winded explanation, and I've got them for everyone. So, all right.
Very cool. Then the next game is Los Angeles Chargers versus New England Patriots. I'm going Patriots in this game.
Yeah. Look, I think the reason why I didn't look at the stats for the teams that we support is just to give it a bit more of a, because I'm going to be biased anyway. Chargers. So
somewhat biased there.
Yeah. So I will give the Patriots. I will support the Patriots against the Chargers. Also because I think the Patriots have shown a lot more or greater improvement. They have shown a lot more consistency. They've generally been performing at a level that is visibly a team that you'd expect in the postseason.
And they also, like we spoke about it earlier on, they're very pass heavy, and Chargers defense is not very pass strong.
Yeah. So don't have a great body defense. Yeah. I will say, the Chargers for me have been very inconsistent, and a lot of ups and downs. And I think they were lucky to, for me personally, I think they were lucky to get to the playoffs. Obviously making like last ditch kind of efforts to get there.
Yeah.
So definitely, regardless of stats or numbers and blah 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 whatever, I think the Patriots are more doing. So I definitely support the Patriots. City is moving on to the next round, taking that.
Cool beans. And final game on the AFC wildcard round: Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think Texans are going to take this as well.
Yeah,
this is almost the same as our biased and unbiased opinion.
It is.
Yeah. The only difference so far is the Bulls and Jaguars game.
Yeah. So
you said Jag.
Yeah. So
here's Texans.
Here's kind of the thing, right? So all right, this is my notes on the Steelers Texans, right?
Yeah.
So defensively, right, and I'm mentioning this first for a reason, which I'll get to now. But defensively, you're effectively comparing the first overall team, or first overall ranked team in the league for defense, compared to what was the Steelers 26th overall defensively.
Jeez, not big.
Yeah. So this is basically in terms of yards allowed. So Texans basically per game averaging about 277 odd yards per game allowed. Steelers 356. That's almost 100 yards. It's about 80 yards allowed per game extra, which is almost the length of a football field. In terms of points per game allowed, Texans just over 17 points per game allowed. Steelers 22.8, so basically 23 points per game on average. Again, also pass yards per game allowed. Texans 183 passing yards. Steelers 243. That's kind of the big difference, I will say, because both teams are, in terms of offenses, they're both pass heavy offenses. Technically, both teams have actually capable ground game, have a decent ground game.
Yeah.
They just don't use it effectively.
Yeah.
And I think if the Texans can rely on Nick Chubb and co. And actually, even for that matter, CJ Stroud as well, because he's actually one of the in the Texans. He is one of the rushing leaders. I think he's ranked third. So he has legs. Aaron Rodgers on the other side, not really so much.
He's got
I mean,
Watkins D.
Yeah, he's shown that he can actually he can move if he needs to.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago he rushes and touchdowns.
Yeah, so he can do it, but I think it's one of those once in a blue moon, kind of situations.
I'm too old. I don't need to do it,
Yeah, exactly. Now, interestingly, right? So the Steelers and Texans, offensively, in terms of statistics and numbers and all that type of thing, right? They're pretty much exactly even.
Really?
Yeah. So
it's going to come down to the defensive. Yeah.
But yeah, so both teams, as an example, average about 23 point something points per game in terms of scoring. So this is now the offensive side, right? So I think it's 23.8 for the Texans and 23.3 for the Steelers, kind of thing. You're looking at 103 versus 109 average rushing yards per game, 202 versus 218 average passing yards per game. The higher number, the Texans are the higher number in all places, but they're effectively the same.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, if you start looking at things like the number of pass attempts and number of completions, the number of touchdowns for and against the teams, the number of interceptions, the number of sacks taken, they're almost all exactly identical. In fact, the number of sacks, the number of touchdowns, and I think the number of interceptions is the exact same number for both teams. So yeah, so offensively they are very, very much even. So as you said earlier, this is going to come down to the defensive side, and I trust the Texans defense a lot more. They are
one over number 6.
Number 6. Yeah, they are ranked overall number 1. Against the Steelers, who don't really have a defense.
No, that's true. That's true. Then moving on to the divisional round.
Yes,
we picked the exact same team, so this is easy. Divisional round is going to be the Broncos versus the Houston Texans. Who are you taking?
All right. So I didn't look up the stats for the operational. Yeah, I was just focusing on the wild card round because that's way too long, and I can address the actual stats when we get to the
at the moment.
So heading into 2 early predictions for the divisional round of the playoffs. So you said it was Broncos
versus Houston. So Texans going over to Broncos.
Yeah, this is a home game for the Broncos. Honestly, I'd take the Broncos.
I'm taking Broncos as well.
Yeah.
Like we said, biased opinion would have the Texans, but I think Broncos is going to take it.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, Bo Nix can pull things out as well.
Yeah.
Plus, also, I mean, look, okay, Texans against Steelers, you're looking at vast. Like it comes down to the defense, right? You've got a vast disparity between the top and between the two teams in terms of defense.
One's the first and one's the Muslim.
Yeah. The Broncos, however, are actually closer matched to the Texans in terms of defensive rankings and ratings. So I'd say, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Broncos are usually ranked around the like in the top 5, top 6, somewhere there.
I was going to say 10.
Yeah. At least top 10.
Yeah.
And quite close to the to the Texans for that matter. Anyway, so in that case, defensively, they kind of pairing out.
They can match here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Evenly matched. In this case, this will come down to the offensive sides, and unfortunately for me, the Texans tend to take half a game to warm up and come out, and I think Knicks will take advantage of that and take them out.
Put out a good couple of points.
Yeah.
and 20-something points in the first half.
And even if they are roughly the same come halftime, and Stroud comes out, and we do the Texans go through their motions, and start trying to put points on the board. Knicks will come back with his
Knicks is like Mahomes Arsenal. Yeah, they can get that quick 3 points at the end just to win the game. Knicks has been very good with that this season.
So I'd see the Broncos take.
I'll say that. Yeah. Then the next divisional game will be the New England Patriots versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars going to Patriots.
This is a tough call.
Yeah. Obviously, I want to say Patriots.
Yeah,
but I could argue that Jaguars could take it.
I'd support the Patriots in that game to be honest, but I would lean towards the Jaguars potentially taking that as a game winning.
I'm going to be unbiased. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah,
I'm going to say Jaguars as well.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards the Jaguars in this case.
Sorry, Patriots, but yeah, I think Jaguars take it.
And again, I think it comes back to, as we discussed earlier in the season as well, in an earlier episode, I don't know where the Patriots stand. I do feel that they had a bad season last season. They had a great season this season. Different coaches and things like that. But this season, they also haven't really been tested a lot.
Yeah.
This is also May's first playoffs. I think Lawrence has been to playoffs before, so I don't believe so. Yeah, so he knows the drill. He's I think he's a bit more comfortable. Patriots haven't been to playoffs a couple of years, and I think it's easy to forget it'd be easy to forget how
the pressure could hit Drake May.
Yeah,
but if he can beat the Chargers and maybe get that confidence, it could be a different game.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'll probably say the Jaguars will take it.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Jaguars as well.
Sad music, rain pouring down,
tears down your face,
looking at the window.
That's sort of sobbing in the corner there. Myself
in the shower.
Yeah. Folks, cry in the shower, then nobody can see. Nobody can see the tears.
Nobody can tell you. Well, cool. That makes our conference championship, the AFC conference championship game, the Broncos versus the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. It is a bit of a difficult call. Not having, the numbers in front of me, and but that would be played at the Broncos.
Yeah. I'll probably say Broncos won't take it.
Yeah.
I would like Jaguars to take it. Biased opinion in this case, but because they haven't won yet.
Yeah.
But I think maybe Broncos will take the game.
Biased opinion, I wanted the
oh, you used
to take it.
You see, you don't have Jaguars, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But unbiased opinion at this point, without any further information available to me, I'm going to lean towards the Broncos, yeah.
So the first entry in the Super Bowl will be the Denver Broncos.
Yeah. I honestly think we're wrong.
Yeah. Broncos could pull the lines and pull out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what happens after you take a week's break, or particularly when it matters.
Yeah. Well, cool. Now moving on to the NFC side. Let's bang this out.
Yeah. All right. So what are we looking at?
First game.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go down so kind of 7-6-5 kind of.
Oh, goodness,
what it is. Right. So, okay, Packers at the Bears.
This is also a very tough game to call. As 1-1, like we said.
Yeah.
But I think with Love back, a couple of your receivers back, a couple of your players back, I think you guys can prove.
Yeah,
because the last game you had Willis playing QB, and it was a super close game. It was overtime, and you guys fall short.
Yeah, look, I think a lot of people are putting their hopes on Love returning and Love being there, and oh no, we lost because we lost the Bears previously because Love wasn't there, and Willis is a fantastic QB, at least in my mind.
Then
He's maybe not the greatest QB ever, but he's a safe QB. You can depend on him to get the job done. And he had a fantastic game as well. Let's be honest.
so went 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. I think in that game, the reason we lost was not QB issues.
Mm-hmm. No,
it was other personnel concerns. Special teams messed up, or at least receivers on special teams. We had injuries throughout the game as well. We had injuries getting into the game. So
was it that game with that stupid call? Willis was calling an audible and the center snaps the ball in his face.
So stupid shit like that. Yeah, really dumb things, and so I don't have any. So with Love returning, okay, cool, fine, he's QB1, whatever kind of thing for us or for the Packers. I don't have any problem with Willis, or if Willis he's injured, questionable to actually play. But yeah, so we either need him or we need Love. To me, it doesn't really matter. Like if Love wasn't available and Willis was, I wouldn't have batted an eye. Like I think he could take us. He could do the job efficiently as well. Love for me is potentially going to be good. I don't think like he's showing he's showing growth, solid growth, which is fantastic. But yeah, he's not like a rock star really at all at the moment. So, but yeah, in saying that, we do now have Josh Jacobs back. We should have Josh Jacobs back. We, as you mentioned, we've got a couple of receivers back. I'm hoping the defense went through some iterations.
You guys just got Diggs as well.
Yeah,
you'll be playing this game.
Yeah, so Diggs is around now.
Not Stephon Diggs from the Patriots. We're talking about Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs, yeah, from the Cowboys.
Same but different.
Yeah. So we should hopefully be a bit more aligned and that type of thing. Honestly, like we could take it.
Yeah, I think you guys could. I actually have you guys down to take it.
Yeah, so I'd say, but look, for me, this is a 50-50 point. Yeah, point plug.
I'd go either way.
Yeah, I'd statistically and where I would, if I was putting money on the table, for instance, I'm going with forced to pick a team. I'm going with Packers. Possibly slightly biased as well, but it's
supposed to be unbiased opinion. It is my unbiased opinion, and I'm just playing.
But also, it's my unbiased opinion. Yeah, very wise on the side.
It's hot up in the studio, folks. I'm sweating.
Yeah, I've got water.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on quickly then. So 49ers at the Eagles.
I think the Eagles can take it. 49ers has quite a lot of injuries at the moment going into this game. I think the Eagles could take it.
Yes. So,
sorry, Dad.
I've also got the Eagles. So offensively again as well, both teams roughly in the same kind of boat position kind of thing. Although the Niners tend on average to be a lot more pass heavy over the Eagles. Eagles tend to split it out a little bit. I do think the Eagles didn't rely enough on Barkley and Co in the season, and I think that cost them a little bit. Hopefully, they correct the errors of their ways in the postseason, and actually make more use of Barkley when they did rely on Barkley, but they tended to do a lot better. Defensively, I mean, Niners giving up an average of like 107, 108 odd rushing yards per game versus the Eagles 124. 49ers though are 7-2 on the road for away games, so pretty strong, and they are playing away again. I mean, technically Eagles are 6-3 for away games as well, so it doesn't count for them. It doesn't matter in this case. They're both roughly the same. I think it's 6-3 and 5-3 and 6-2 or some whatever. Roughly about the same for home games, so I don't think that really counts. Reason I'm getting to the Eagles.
What's the reason?
Home game for them.
Yeah.
Right. Stronger pass defense. And they're playing against a pass heavy.
Birdie likes to pass.
Yeah. Pass. So there's that. Also, offensively, the 49ers have 16 interceptions over time.
Yeah, that's Jones, man.
Actually, no, 10 by Purdy and 6 by Jones.
Really?
Yeah. 27 strikes as well. No, that's the numbers. Eagles 7 interceptions.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's all.
this is the okay. Obviously, this is over the regular season, but that's the. In the end, I think it is going to come down to who turns over the ball the most.
Yeah,
and in general, the Niners are more inclined to do that. So just more likely to do that. So, also, if you think about it, the Eagles are also currently the current Super Bowl champion in Super Bowls. So do they want to really be losing? I think they're going to be a little bit more motivated to not lose the game.
Well, then again, the way the statistic laid out, I actually didn't think they were going to make playoffs at one point.
That's all. Also very true, but they are there. They made it, and I think maybe a little fire got lit under some asses somewhere, whatever kind of thing. So they're definitely there, and I don't think they want to get eliminated in the first round.
Yeah,
I think they, at least if they don't make Super Bowl, hopefully, I think they're aiming for at least second, maybe probably the last round championship game.
Kick them out.
Yeah. Eagles for me.
We basically exactly the same so far.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's check.
So we're going to Rams time the season.
Rams Panthers.
You said you're going underdog. I'm going Rams.
I'm also going Rams. Rams is.
Oh, you're going Rams?
Yeah, Rams is technically the underdog. Yeah, they rank low in the rankings.
Compared to the Panthers.
Yes, compared to the Panthers, but in terms of divisional,
I'm not about 4 and 5. I'm talking about the Panthers are the underdogs with the 8 and 9.
Okay, yeah, all right, fair. Panthers. Okay, no, I was going for the lower rank. When I said underdogs, I mean like the lower ranked.
Oh, against the Packers. Well, you win Eagles.
Yeah, and I just generally speaking, kind of.
So we're both going Rams.
Yeah.
Panthers surprised the Rams once. I don't think it's going to happen again.
Yeah. So I mean, like the Rams offense is ranked number 1 in terms of points per game.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, that's
like what, 45 touchdowns?
Yeah, like basically, the Rams average 30.5 points per game that they play. Panthers 18.3.
Oh, close enough.
So yeah, kind of thing.
What's 6 points between friends?
Yeah. So I mean, Rams 394, 395 average yards per game in total. Panthers 295. So you kind of like there's a whole 100 yards difference per game. If you can't get into like the end zone kind of thing, or you can't make your way downfield, I mean those. And you think about it, okay, it's a football field, right? About 100 yards. Yeah, about a football and a bit kind of field. Because it's actually technically it's 100 yards. 100 yards and then 10 yards extra on the ends.
120 overall.
Yeah. But that 100 yards is not. How do I say? It's not like driving. It's either an entire play starting from your own end zone and moving down. But in general, it's those additional move the chains 10 yards. You do that 10 times kind of thing. It's an additional set of plays kind of thing that you've got. So if you can't drive the ball downfield, you're not making those yards. Essentially what you end up doing is settling for things like field goals. You're not going to win the games based on field goals.
Solely.
Yeah.
It depends on the situation. It's possible, but
it is. Yeah. Your defense would have to be playing at the same or better level than what their defense is playing at here. So technically, I don't know. Rams is just a beast of an offense. For both Rams and Panthers, it's kind of the same on defense, roughly more or less. Not much difference. But yeah, Rams in this case. So I think we kind of agreed actually on the entire NFC brackets.
AFC and NFC we agreed on that.
Yeah, so then Seahawks. Okay, we went into the divisional round. Yeah, the AFC. Right? Yeah, so Seahawks Packers. Unbiased opinion. Seahawks for me.
I think the Seahawks.
Yeah,
I think the Seahawks are going to take it.
Yeah, I don't think we keep up in this case.
I would like for you guys to for them to pull the Lions and you beat them, but I think Seahawks. Yeah,
next season maybe. I'd like for the Packers to go, come back stronger next season. Hopefully with not so many injuries and actually show what we have, because I think we do have the capability to now get a challenge that to get to the postseason and high in the postseason, if not to Super Bowl. But I don't think we have that at the moment.
Yeah.
I'd like for the Packers to come back next season and actually show, but I don't think we're getting that at all right now. So yeah,
it'd be nice if they surprise us, but yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm always open to a surprise, but happy for the surprise in that case. But unbiased opinion, Seahawks take this. Okay, so it's Seahawks, and then between the Niners and the Rams,
Eagles and Rams.
Eagles and Rams.
Yeah. I want to say Rams.
I'm going to go for Rams as well.
I think Rams are going to.
Yeah. And then
Rams up just there we go. Yeah, come back. Yeah, I think the Rams are going to take it.
Yeah, and then which I guess leaves conference championship between Rams and Seahawks.
I think the Rams will take it.
You think so? I'm not doubting because I'm going with Rams as well. The Seahawks can surprise, but they can if Donald goes into one of his
there's builds and Donald struggles on builds.
Yeah,
I think Rams will take it. Yeah.
Okay. So effectively unbiased opinion at this point is
Broncos versus Rams.
Yeah,
in the Super Bowl. Who do you think is going to take it? I say Rams.
Ooh, I don't know. In this case, I go with Broncos.
You go with Broncos? So we different.
Yeah,
I think the Rams will take it.
Not just for difference, but I'm thinking about it. I mean, the Rams have lost more difficult games than
they actually lost more easy games as well.
Yeah,
Panthers.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's also a valid point, right? They kind of tended to struggle particularly now, also towards the end.
Yeah. They lost majority of the games they're close to.
Yeah. Broncos seem to have kept up the
well, they still on a 12 game winning streak, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they finished 12. I don't know if they lost the game and then so the streak started over, right? But
for some reason I vaguely remember that they were still 2-week winning streak. So they did lose again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we got they lost again.
Yeah.
A 2-week winning streak.
Yeah, because there was the thing of if they won of their last 3 games, if they won 2 of them,
that was the same at the end.
Yeah.
We needed them to lose another game.
Yeah. So they lost that. They lost the first of those 2, and then or the first of their last 3 games, and so they had to win the last 2 in order to take the
which put us both at 14-3 and
let them as number 1 seed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So my Super Bowl champion early predictions is the Rams. Yours is the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
What's happened?
Yeah. But nice. Yeah.
Everything in this episode, like we said, we're just going to break down the playoff brackets, give you guys our predictions. Way too early prediction. Well, not way too early, but
well, I mean, it's like 2 weeks away, so
we have to see what happened.
Okay. I guess Super Bowl is 4 weeks from now?
Yeah, 8th of Feb.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's not that far away.
Yeah, so no.
It's not way too early. It's a bit preemptive or presumptuous right now to
yeah, because it might not even be the Broncos and Rams.
everything can change. We've had one or two of those weeks in the regular season where like you think something's happening and everything changed. Like
Week 5.
yeah,
4 right, 5 right.
yeah.
But okay, cool. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too long. Please like, comment, subscribe. Give us your predictions for the postseason. What you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to win in the wild card, the divisionals?
Just like to win. We support.
What is your guys' biased and unbiased opinion? Let us know. Oh, excuse me. Hiccup now.
Yeah.
Also, like we said in the beginning, this Sunday, the practices are starting again. 2 o'clock every Sunday at GLA, Global Leadership Academy School, here in Jeffreys Bay. Come join us.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you all there.
Please. And thank you.
And thank you all.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess then you want to wrap up? No, that's about it.
Wrap us up
All right, folks. So we'll catch you next time.
from the
AM
sideline.
Sideline Report, you go to the crew. Touchdowns and tackles, we give you the view. Huddle up, football fans, this show's for you. From the pregame hype to the final whistle, true.